needed to share some of my thoughts because, oh my gosh, I have the feeling that this book might break my heart.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
Hello everybody, it's Sara. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am very excited because, as you can probably tell from the title of this video, I am coming at you with my reading vlog for One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. I'm so incredibly excited to read this book, so I decided to actually document the entire process just like I did for Rule of Wolves, because I thought that this would probably be a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm going to be sharing all of my thoughts about this new romance. But yeah, before we get into this video, I just want to say that this is going to be a spoilery reading vlog. So if you haven't read this book and you don't want to be spoiled, it would probably be better for you to skip this one. But if you have read this book, or if you just don't care, then please keep on watching. So I've actually started this book already, but I've only read like 12 pages or so, and I actually started it in the subway, which is very fitting because the two characters in this book meet in the subway. I personally didn't meet my true love on that subway ride, but you know, there are going to be many more to come, so I'm not losing hope. But yeah, I've read 12 pages like I said, and I was already giggling to myself like a mad woman, so I can't wait to keep on going, which is what I'm gonna go do now. And I think I'm gonna take you with me to my balcony. So I am back inside because it's so warm outside. I'm currently sitting on the floor because my AC is straight across over there, and so when I turn it on after I finish filming this clip, it will blow straight on me because I'm so warm right now. It's ridiculous. But I have read 70 pages of One Last Stop, so I thought I would do my first update. I am really enjoying this so far. It's super funny, it's super cute. I love the characters so much. I really love August, but I also really love all of her roommates and the drag queen that lives next door. I think they're all so great. I'm really interested in learning more about Wes because I think that he's a very mysterious character and I just want to know more. Also, Jane, who is the love interest, we've met her. She is so great. She is so swoony. I love her so much. I think she's great, and I cannot wait to see how this like stuck in time thing works, because so far August has asked her out twice and she said that she couldn't, like, both times, or she just didn't show up. And I'm wondering if she's like actually just stuck on the subway and they're always gonna have to interact like on the subway. So yeah, I don't know how it works, but I'm very curious about it. We've also learned more about August and her family history and why she really needed to get away from her mother, which I think is also very interesting. But yeah, it's so funny. There are so many lines that have made me laugh out loud. Especially there's this like one time where Casey McQuiston was talking about the subway and they said that like the rats are definitely unionizing, and that just it's not even that funny when I say it like that, but it was just so funny and I just cackled on my balcony, and I think my landlord might have heard me. But yeah, it was just so good. It was so good. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm flying through it. I don't think this is going to take me long to read at all because it's just so addictive and just so easy to fall into. So yeah, hello everybody, welcome to day 2 of reading One Last Stop. So last night I ended up not reading a lot after I last updated you because it was so hot. I honestly just felt so sleepy and I didn't go to bed very late. So I am now on page 111 and I think we are starting to discovering what happened to Jane, which is very exciting. August just had a conversation with her, like talking about the fact that she was alive in 1976 and she looks exactly the same as she does now because she has found this picture in the diner that she works at that Jane also worked at when it first opened. So things are happening. We had a seance, just so much stuff is going down and I'm very excited to see where it's going to go. I'm really curious about like if she can get off the subway, because what they discovered is that Jane is literally just always there whenever August takes the subway and she doesn't remember anything else than being on the lines, like on the subway lines. I also really love all of the characters. Like I really love the two main characters, but also all of these side characters are amazing. Like Nico, Wes, Zaya, and what's the girl's name? I always forget her name. Mila? Is it Mila? Malia? Wait. It is Mila or Mila. I don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, I love them so much. They're just so funny. And the whole dynamic of the entire gang is just perfect. I love them. It's this kind of like found family trope and I'm just living for it. So yeah, I'm thinking of reading more today. I normally work on my thesis with friends on Wednesday. We do those like Zoom sessions and we just work together. So I think that today I'm just going to read with them instead of working because I'm taking a little break. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do for this afternoon. Very excited about it and I will keep you updated on all of my thoughts. Okay, so hi. I haven't updated you in like a hot minute because I was chatting with my friends and reading and I didn't want to like step into the other room to do an update. But I'm on page 198. We just finished our Zoom, so I stopped in the middle of a chapter. But we're discovering where Jane came from. She remembered and I'm like, oh my god, and it's so good. It's such a good chapter. We're going through like her entire life and like all of the fights that she's fought and just, oh my gosh, I'm getting emotional. It's so good. I'm so excited to know more, so I'm just gonna keep on reading. But also there was a line that almost made me sob and I need to read it out to you because it's so good. It's from page 164 to 165. Okay, it's not a line, it's like a paragraph, but basically August is having like a mental breakdown because she doesn't know what she wants to do after college, and Jane is trying to reassure her, and she's talking about the space that she wants to inhabit in the world, and she says, maybe I don't know what fills it in yet, but I can look at the space around where I sit in the world, what creates that shape, and I can care about what it's made of, if it's good, if it hurts anyone, if it makes people happy, if it makes me happy, and that can be enough for now. And like, that's so good. It just spoke to my soul so hard because, you know, like when you feel lost and it just, everything just feels too big, you have to just like take a moment to see what's around you and see that that is already enough and you don't have to be more than that. Like you don't have to... Anyway, it was just a lot and I just started to get very emotional. But yeah, that was so good. Also, there was this like big party in the subway. They just threw a whole birthday party for Jane and it was just so sweet. But anyway, I need to go and find out what happened to Jane. So I'm gonna go and keep on reading this chapter because it's so good. Ah! Okay, so turns out that chapter was all of Jane's backstory and also a steamy scene, so that was a roller coaster. I was not expecting. But great stuff. Great stuff. I don't know what's gonna happen next because they're going to keep on trying to like piece Jane's life together, but I love that. I love the part where we got to see like everything that she had done until that moment, like everything that she remembered. I love that part so much. It was so fascinating. But yeah, now I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, is she gonna go back in time or is she gonna stay with August? I don't want her to go back in time. I want her to be happy with August now. Like, what the heck? And yeah, I feel some drama coming because of that, and I'm a little bit scared that things are going to get sad. But also, it's just, this book is so much fun. It's just like a celebration of queer joy, and just all of those characters are so endearing and perfect and great, and I love them all so much. Like all of the roommates and Isaiah, and I just, oh, I love them so much. They're so great. It's just such a great found family book, and just like August trying to figure out where she belongs, and it's just, it's really good. I'm really enjoying it so far. Since the last time I updated you, I wasn't really like in a reading mood, but then like the day before yesterday I read like 100 pages in one sitting, which was great. But I needed to share some of my thoughts because, oh my gosh, I have the feeling that this book might break my heart, and I'm not ready, because Jane and August have told one another that they want to stay together. Like, Jane doesn't want to go back into the past, and August obviously wants her to stay with her in her time. And I have a bad feeling that they're going to try to recreate the event that stuck Jane in time, and that Jane is going to go back in time, and I don't want that to happen, because if it does, it's gonna break my heart into a million pieces, because these two are just so cute and they need to be together. Anyway, it's fine, I'm fine, everything is fine. Also, oh my god, we've discovered that August's uncle that her mother has been looking for her entire life actually met Jane. Like, they were friends when Jane was back in the 70s, and he's not dead, he's actually alive, and I'm like losing my mind right now. I kind of saw it coming that maybe Jane would have met him in the past, but I always imagined that he was going to be dead anyways. Like, I thought that Jane would meet him just like in a fleeting moment, and she would like say that to August so they would understand where he had gone, but he would be dead, like it would be too late. But he's not, and what? Also, one of my favorite scenes of the book so far is definitely the drag queen show, because that entire chapter was so amazing. But also there's this like beautiful passage, and I found it, so I'm going to read it to you because I just think it's so good. And it's August, and she's thinking about how Jane should be there, and it says, it's hazy, but she remembers Jane telling her about drag shows she used to go to into the 70s, the balls, how queens would go hungry for weeks to buy gowns, the shimmering nightclubs that sometimes felt like the only safe places. She lets Jane's memories transpose over here, now, like double-exposed film. Two different generations of messy, loud, brave, and scared, and brave again people stomping their feet and waving hands with bitten nails. All the things they share and all the things they don't. The things she has that people like Jane smashed windows and spat blood for. It's so good. Like, this is such a celebration of queer communities everywhere and queer found families, and it just makes me so happy, but it also makes my heart ache in the best way. And oh my gosh, I love it so much. It's so good. Also, the scene right after that, when they're all hungover after that night, peak comedy. It was so good. It was so funny. And I think that is such a strength of Casey McQuiston's writing, and that is just something that I love when a book can give me just like so many emotions in a matter of pages. So anyway, now I'm like in the middle of a chapter. I'm on page 319, and they've just said to one another that like they want to be together and they want to stay together. So I'm going to keep on reading, and like I said at the beginning of this clip, I really hope that they don't get separated and that they can stay together, because otherwise my heart is gonna get broken tonight and I'm not ready for that. Hi, this is editing, Sarah. So remember when I said that? He's not dead? He's actually alive? I kind of saw it coming that maybe Jane would have met him in the past, but I always imagined that he was going to be dead anyways. Like, yeah, so I kind of like predicted what was going to happen and doom myself, I'm pretty sure. And then what I had predicted happened, and I just sat there and subbed. So yeah, here's that footage. So I am here to finally wrap up this vlog because I finished one last up yesterday, and as you saw, it was quite an emotional ride. So that's why I decided to, you know, take a breath, sleep on it, and then talk to you about it now. And oh my gosh, I really love this book. I think that Casey McQuiston did it yet again. They're such an incredible author. I laughed so many times while reading this book. I think the banter between all of the characters is amazing. I love all of the characters. I love Wes and Isaiah and just all of them so much. August and Jane are such goals. They're so cute. And yeah, I loved every single second of this book. I thought it was so well done. It's definitely a book that talks a lot about like queer community, queer found family, like I've said multiple times in this video already, and that's something that I really love about it, and something that really touched me about it. Like, it's not only about the romance, it's also about trying to find a place where you belong and the people that are your people, you know, which is something that I really love in books. That's always something that really appeals to me as a reader, and that I always love to read about because I think it's just so lovely and so meaningful. There were so many beautiful, super moving moments that I loved so much, but also so many scenes that just made me laugh so hard, which is what I just absolutely love about Casey McQuiston's writing. But yeah, I'm just so happy that this book exists because it's all about belonging and finding who you are, and I cannot wait for Casey McQuiston's next book. I am definitely going to be reading it because they just keep on blowing my mind with their talent. But that was my reading vlog for one last stop. I hope that you really enjoyed this video. If you want to watch more videos like this, definitely make sure to subscribe to my channel, and I hope that I will see you in my next one. Bye!